Alright, welcome back to Dark Souls 2. TV's Frank is getting ready to jump down a hole. Well, I guess we don't really have to jump down the hole since we've been down the hole before, and we just have to teleport to it. So we've got the Duke's... Well, I can actually turn this in, maybe. Where's it? The Duke's Dear Frigga Soul. I think I maybe already turned it in. To the people. So, but in any case, we are going to go do the last of the souls that we need, and that is in the gutter, which is the only place we haven't really been. I believe with our soul memory we have now, we can actually do the last part of the, I suppose, main storyline areas, but yeah, this unlocks the later part of the game. So this is a very, very dark area, and one of the few places that a torch is actually useful, and some would say necessary. I wouldn't necessarily go that far, but it certainly is very helpful. That was lucky. It's got a lot of undead mins. Keep pressing the wrong button. And there's some nasty stuff here. You can jump across here to get to another part, and I believe I might do that. So don't really have any other choice. So one of the things I like to do here, which I kind of failed at when I did things wrong, is to light all the torches so that I know exactly where I've been. Oop. I pushed the wrong button again. Oh, whatever. Light the torches so I know where I've been, and generally keep up with things that way. Now, I know I haven't done this in a long time, so I'm pretty rusty. I have like 2 hours on my torches. So let's just go through this the normal way. Watch out for holes in the ground. As I say, this is pretty much the last place that you're going to need torches. The only place you're going to need torches. Really. So these things are pretty nasty, because they can hit you for a lot of damage. And these are the worst. These fucking statues. They are the bane of your friggin' existence here. Because they shoot poison at you. And there's ones later that shoot, I think it's like the acid stuff that eats through your armor. Wow. That's a lot of damage somehow. Oh, because he has a weapon. You could jump down here, but we're gonna get down there normally another way. See there. Poison throwing knife. Not necessarily that useful. Oops. I'd like to pick up some more torches, but did the item fall down there? Could have sworn that there was an item there to pick up. Okay. So, nothing really up here. So, there's the item. The prisoner's stuff actually gives you an item drop chance. There's another torch. So it could be pretty good. It's also the worst armor in the game. But, you know, that hardly matters to a lot of people. Hidden path ahead. I wouldn't call that hidden. It's pretty easy to see. There's something over here or something. So, normally, I would get over to here from up there. And I think it's possible to jump over to that gap, jump over this gap over to there, but I'm not going to try. Missing anything? I really wish they'd use this mechanic in the treasure chest over there. This torch mechanic a lot more, or at least better, in this game. It seems like it was supposed to be used quite a bit, but unfortunately, not the case. So this just leads back over to the beginning. Now, down there is where we were. So, let's go this way then. As you can see, there's a lot of one-way trips. I'm walking on there. Ah, damn it. I hate those guys. And there's a bunch of those dudes here. This is probably the worst place in the game to be this rusty at. I don't know, maybe the castle is worse. The Iron Keep. But I really do need to finish this, whether I'm super competent at it or not. It doesn't really matter to me. At this point, I don't really care about okay. Let's actually go ahead and pull out our bow. Now, some things you can break with the bow. I see a guy there. I don't think you can break the poison things with the bow, though. Okay, I'm not hitting them. These guys don't actually appear until you go a certain distance. So, there he is. He just kind of spawns out of nowhere. And I can hear another one. Let's go ahead and use a flame butterfly. I don't know if I've used one, but we have a ton of them. Come on. One of the advantages of using the torch is that you can smash stuff with it, and it doesn't take any damage. So something just fell off the edge. I don't think those big thingamajigs drop anything interesting. And you can deal damage to stuff with torches, but I mean, they're not, obviously not a very good weapon. I wonder why they didn't put a durability counter on torches. I mean, it's a stick. They could have durability. Ah, I remember this part. Okay, so there's going to be a guy right up here. Like up on the upper level. Are you gonna come at me? Okay. As I say, I'm not really concerned. I'm not really concerned with my number of souls or anything at this point. And my torches, I'm not going to need torches after this. There's another part that's very short that's also dark after this. And then there's another part that's a little bit dark, but not nearly to this extent. Okay. So, what's this say? Try below. Well, yeah. So we're coming down here to climb up further, if that makes any sense. I gotta be careful because there are still some places that have floors that you can fall through. This place reminds me of a less laggy Blighttown, just because it's dark. I kind of equate it to Blighttown, but there are other reasons as well. Just the kind of poison sort of theme of the area. The ramshackle, wooden scaffolding aesthetic. This tattered cloth set, which is, I believe, what like the Pyromancer starts with from the first game. I don't know. Doesn't really matter. So you can see there's not really much over here. But over here is where that treasure chest area was. I should be using my light attack on these guys. I don't think there's a mimic here at all. Ring of the Evil Eye. We got one of these before. I think you can buy one in at the cat's store, and you can also find an upgraded one on the way down. So, on the way down from the Jula. So this is basically where I'm climbing back up to the area I was in before. But we're actually going to go past that. So we're in a slightly higher area. I was going to say I should use a not Estus flask, but I ended up needing it. So see, there's the guy right there that I'm talking about. There we go. Hear him jingling and jangling from down below. Bandit Great Axe, pretty good weapon, as far as I can remember at least. Oop, oop, oop. jump back up. Jumping in this game is weird. Okay. Yeah, it really seemed like you were supposed to have, like, torches be a major factor. So here's our friend zipline. I don't know if there's any other way to get out of this area that is, you know, all that great. I do see a ladder going down there, but I believe that is an area we have already been to. Alright. I mean, this is an area we've technically already been to as well. It's just we are at the other end of it. Here we can see a friend down there. I can't see. Maybe I should use some spells for this. Because it's hard to see. If I had prepared the light spell, I could do something better than that does, but I'm not sure I can do it at this point. This is going to look even darker on YouTube. In the name of better viewability, I'm going to take the torch with me rather than not do so. So I can see the dog thing over there. Is this the best place to jump down? I'm not sure. Let's run over here. I guess that guy's not coming at me. This is above a place we've already been. See where I smashed up the little idle jobbies. Why am I taking no damage? Okay, there's another zombie man. You know, there he is. There he is. There's the guy. There we go. Now I feel better. It's actually very dangerous to do rolls in this entire area. Those guys have really nasty, like, hitboxes. I don't even know how their attacks hit sometimes. You can actually buy these, so I wouldn't worry about using them. Especially in this area. So there's a hole there. That place over there is really nasty. We're gonna have to go over there soon. And this is kind of an interesting place. Full of zombies. Zombos on the face. Oh, they have cursed weapons, looks like. What's this say? Chest ahead. Thank you. Look at eye great shield. I don't remember what that does. Piece of crap. Shoot. You can see that. I actually normally come in from the back side of that door because of the way the level is laid out. I'll probably end up going back through this area because there's a lot of stuff that I'm missing. I think I can advance by going down through here. Could just go ahead. Let's go ahead and just jump down here. Some more black fire bombs. Again, something you can buy, but not necessarily something that you need to buy. So you can see here, I'm actually going to come in from the other side. if I can manage to make this jump without derping off the edge, then I'm going to get rolled by a bunch of these dudes. So I'm going to go ahead and equip a poison moss. I managed to do it. And then I whipped into the thing. Okay. Can I kill this through the wall? No. And there's a bonfire right there. I'm thinking there's a way through here. Now, there actually is something at the bottom. I don't want to rest at the bonfire yet. There actually is something at the bottom, and that is where we're going. And over here is basically the trap of the level. As you can see, it's set out centering it from behind. I really like the range on this one. This is a terrible room to fight this guy in. You know what? Let's be smart about this. Or not. Maybe that wasn't smart. Well, we're going to be resting at the bonfire here in a minute anyway. You'll see me smash stuff with the my wand all the time, and it does take damage when you do that, but not enough for me to worry about it. Okay, if I rest at the bonfire here, I want to light my torch. That guy will respawn, so I'm not going to do it. I think I can get through this next area without dying. So you can see here there's some ladders going down. And some of them go to platforms, as below here. There's a ton of items off in the ledges and stuff like that. Get out of this. I think strike damage weapons go through objects a little bit better. Strike damage is basically the best thing in this game. I'm just not using one because I got too used to two-handed swords when I was doing the thing. So, in here is a very interesting enemy? This giant worm thing. And the giant worm thing is an enemy in that it will do things, but it doesn't attack you, and if you stand in this fog, it will cure poison. So it's pretty cool. I think I can demonstrate now. Can you shoot at me? In any case, I don't really want to be locked onto it. If you kill it, you get a bunch of poison moss. I don't remember if there's a reason to kill it. There might be an item behind it, but it looks scary. Doesn't do anything. I don't remember if there's an item behind it or not. And it's generally just a beneficial dude. Just gonna hang out. I don't think there's anything in there. If there is, I'll come back and kill it later. There's a bonfire pretty close to it. And like 3 enemies in the way. I'm gonna demonstrate that. Shoot me. Now when I want them to, none of these things are shooting me. So this is the end of the area. I did miss a few items along the way. I'm not going to worry about that too much. At least not yet. I'm going to have to come back here again. Not necessarily here, but into this area later on. So if we look down, we can see these platforms. And some of them go down further than others. And you can see that item over there is on kind of a thing there, but some of them will end before you reach the bottom, like this one. There's nothing here but another ladder down. And all of them lead to the bottom, so there isn't any reason to take this one. I don't exactly remember which ones go where, so... That actually looks like an area that you get to from over here. Maybe it's from that ladder over there. So let's go down to the bottom of each of these ladders. And see what's at the bottom. See, this one goes all the way down to the platform, so I can get back up. And then down there is some treasure. So, since we've got to pick a point to go down, we might as well go down here. We get some rotten pine resin, which is okay. Keep dropping down here. And we picked a good point because there's a treasure chest here. That would be really hard to fight a mimic on such a small ledge here. We get a great club, which is a pretty cool weapon. As I say, we'll probably have to come back through this area to get some more dudes. I might just do it as soon as I get to the next bonfire. Not much I could do about that. I don't always like to do the jump attack when I tell it to. So we used about 10 minutes on my torches or something. Maybe about 20. It does stop when you're climbing ladders and stuff like that, the timer does. I don't even know why you're swinging at me. You couldn't have possibly hit me with those attacks. So these are nasty. They destroy your stuff. Dark fog, interesting hex. So this is the place I was just at. Okay, I can tell because there's bodies at the bottom. Let's come up here and see if we can get anything else. And this part here really reminds me of the beginning of Blighttown, where you have to climb down the ladders to get to the main part from the depths. But it's not exactly like that. I mean, there's not much in the way of... I guess I can get all the way back up here. Okay. There's not much in the way of, like, horrible monsters here. It's mostly just the hollows and those dogs. I don't know what those are supposed to be. They look like dogs or panthers or something. I suppose that could be what they're supposed to be. Here's another place I can get all the way up. Okay, so the only place that has anything interesting is the place I already climbed down. So, actually, I think this is a dead end. I don't think I'll fall to my death, but I definitely will fall to my injury. So let's not do that. Ooh. Now, if I missed any items, I'll come back to them later. So these things are super nasty. So, if I can, I'd like to shoot them with my heavy arrows. Yes, I can. If you do this with wooden arrows, you need the iron arrows or the heavy bolts. It won't work. And you may just need to do a certain amount of damage to them, but I'm not sure. So you can see down here is another drop. And another favorite branch of yore. Let's go ahead and light the torches again. And this is an area I like quite a bit. It's very short though. But there are things to not like about it, like these. Can I, jump at this? Okay. This is going to be a bonfire before any bosses. Black Gulch. The Black Gulch is really cool looking. This is kind of the area that reminds me the most of Blighttown, because it has the same kind of green aesthetic, if not the same kind of construction. Whoa. Like the earlier area. And here's a bonfire. We might as well rest at this one. I don't think those things come back. So should I restore my humanity? Not yet. I like to fight bosses as human, even if I'm not going to take advantage of the thing, but there is a reason to do that here. I believe. I think this is one of the places you can meet Lucatiel. So we want to summon her up for that. It's the Smelter Demon, this place, the, whoa, I just barely dodged that one.